Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Dustin. Today we're going to be taking a look at these ARGB cables that TechWare sent over. TechWare doesn't pay me for this review, but they did send me the cables. So we're going to unbox them, we're going to install them, and we're going to see what they look like, and I'll discuss them as we're going through. These cables come in two variations, white and black. Today we're using the black ones. Two cables come in a packet, one for your 24 pin and one for your 8 pins for your GPU. One thing I like about these cables is they don't replace any of your cables, they just snap over them. So if you got some really high-end cables or high gauge or something that you really want to keep, or you just don't want to add more cluster to your computer, these are probably going to be perfect. You also get 6 combs in the pack, and those clip on the back side and they hold the cable to the cable that you're clipping it to. Each cable has 2 ARGB connections. One's a female, one's a male, so you can daisy chain them. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your cables loose and pulled as much out of the case as possible. That'll make it easier to work on it. And you just slide the cables into the clip like you see me doing on screen there, so that you can plug them in when you're done. You just want to have them run the right way. Make sure so that you can plug them into the GPU when you're done. And there is some flex there on those plastic things, so you can move them around. And don't be worried about them being all the way to the end, because you can slide it up and down after it's on there. And then once you got the cable in place on both sides, you just snap the clips on. And like I said, from the back side, there's extra wide clips that you're going to want to use when there's double wires like you see at the top. And then at the bottom there, I just used this single wide clip because that's all I needed there. And now that I got it all installed, I move the cable up, make sure my wires are lined up, and then you just plug it right back into where you got it from. And what I did with the wire in the back is I just daisy chained it to a ARGB that was already plugged in, but you could plug it right directly into the motherboard if you wanted. I was really impressed with the looks. You'll see at the end, my camera wouldn't even capture it. I had to turn the exposure all the way down just to try and capture it. These things are really bright. They look really good. I was really impressed. They give Lee & Lee a run for their money, except they're a lot cheaper if you go and check them out. Right now I'm putting the ATX cable on, or the 24 pin, and it works the same way. It's got either single clips or double clips depending on how thick your cable is, and these are really nice and bendable. I guess that's why they call them flex cables. And you just plug that 24 pin right back in, and I ran the flex cable right out the back so that you couldn't even see the end of it, and it makes it look really clean. And I just daisy chained it to the other one, and that made it look really clean. And right here, just daisy chaining them together. Cleaned up all the wires. It was super easy to install. I think any amateur could do it. And like I said, I was really impressed with the looks. What really sold me on it is that you don't have to replace your cables, that you can just use it on any cables. So if you got some really nice ones, you don't have to put cable extensions on that are a smaller gauge. This is the before the shot, before I put the flex cables on, so you can take a look at how it looked before. And this is afterwards. And yeah, it really just made it look so much better. Like I said, I had to turn the exposure all the way down so that you could even see this. Otherwise, it just was super bright. It was brighter than any other ARGB in the case. The colors are really intense. Really looks good. Techwear did a really good job here. I'd like to thank them for sending me the product. And yeah, they can send me any quality product like this again. It'll get a good review. As long as it's good, it'll get a good review. So yeah, if you're thinking about adding a little bling to your case, go ahead and check this out. I'll leave a link in the description below. Also, I'll leave a link for the computer that I put it in, since I built that on the channel. If you're not already subscribed, please subscribe, hit the like button, and thanks for watching.